Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have a special Marvel Legends review for you. It's Avengers Infinity War time. I know Avengers Endgame is like here basically. I'm late on this, but I still have a couple Avengers Infinity War stuff that I want to review as soon as possible. So we're just gonna get right to it. So I've done a couple Avengers Infinity War Marvel Legends figures before, but we're getting into some of these special 2-packs. And so I believe this was a Target exclusive, but I might be wrong. It's been a little while since I got this, so I'm trying to remember. But I think this was at Target. I have not seen it at Target anytime recently, so if it is, it might be a little hard to find at this point, or wherever I got it from. I don't remember. But regardless, here it is. And so, super cool. We have the Winter Soldier and Falcon, equally or extra special because there's a Disney Plus series coming that's going to feature the two of these characters, which is super cool. So it's great to have a 2-pack of these. It's Captain America's buddies, and I'm excited to check these out. So here's the packaging right here. Obviously, Avengers Infinity War logo right there from the Legends series. So on this side, you got Bucky, and then here you have the Falcon right there. You have Sam. So flip it around and you'll see the two characters right there, which is really cool. And then you see some bios, so you can pause the video and read it if you would like, but there it is. And yeah, I am very excited. So it includes 2 figures and 6 accessories. So definitely looks really cool. So let's just get this thing open and take a look. All right, we have the Winter Soldier and Falcon out of the packaging, and these guys are pretty cool. So let's take a look at Winter Soldier first here. I don't think I actually have figures of either of these characters, so it's really nice to have that. So here it is, and of course, because these are the ones from Avengers Infinity War, we're picking up with Bucky after he's got the arm from given to him while he was in Wakanda, seen at the very end of Black Panther, and then of course seen much more with him in Infinity War. So that's really cool. You get to see this arm right here that Rocket Raccoon wanted to steal so badly. Yeah, definitely really nice look. I think that looks pretty cool. But very standard looking figure otherwise. There's not really much to Bucky's design. It's very, very simple kind of a suit that he has, so I think this kind of is really the extra nice little touch. But here's the figure up close, so let's zoom in here. It kind of looks like Bucky, but it looks like if somebody were to try and, recreate Bucky in like some video game or something, where it looks slightly off a little. I don't know, it's not bad. Let's put it that way. It's not bad. It's just not as super close as some of the other Marvel Legends figures that we have seen. But here it is right here. Again, very basic style and design as mentioned, but still looks pretty good. So there you have it. And then there's the back right there as well. And then, of course, as I was saying, there's the arm from Wakanda. So definitely pretty cool. So as far as articulation goes then, the head does rotate all the way around and moves up and down a bit. You do have a good amount of movement here. The entire top half rotates. The arm rotates around and also goes up quite a bit. So there you go. And then you also have movement right here. And same on this side. I think the articulation is very much the same on both arms. You do have double joint right there, double joint there, yep. And then the hand rotates as well. So a good amount of range there. The legs, pretty standard range of motion. As you can see, this whole piece rotates. You have a double joint at the knee right there. You have the entire boot that rotates, but then also the feet do the pretty standard twisting and up and down movement that most Marvel Legends figures do. So there you have it. He also does come with this weapon as well, which looks pretty cool. So was this something that, I assume this is something given to him, you know, in Wakanda, I believe. I'm trying to remember in the movie, and I remember him having some kind of weapon like this, but I don't specifically remember. I mean, where else would he have gotten it, right? So that's why it sort of matches, I think, the style of his arm, which looks pretty cool. So I definitely like that. And, you know, he can, of course, hold it in his arm right there. So pretty neat figure overall. I think if you like the Winter Soldier, especially his look in Infinity War, I think this captures it really well with the arm, the weapon that he has as well. Definitely pretty neat figure right there. So I'm glad to finally get a Winter Soldier figure. And then we have Falcon right here. So this guy is pretty sweet. So let's take this off and zoom in here and check out some of the details on this figure. They did a really nice job with it. He does look more like the actor, although granted he's wearing like the goggles, so it's hard to say that they truly captured his likeness, but at least the rest of his face looks pretty good. Really nice looking suit, much more interesting of a design in my opinion compared to Winter Soldier. But here it is right here. You got some nice red and silver on it as well. Pretty cool. So I like the way they added the details there. There's the whole back part as well. So yeah, and then of course you have the wings, which have also got this nice red and silver look, and they're pretty large. As you can see, you have the little backpack here, which has got some red on it. Pretty large. Which is great. It gives a great sense of scale, and it makes it, that much more epic, and definitely looks really, really cool. As far as the wings go, so the way that this works is this entire piece does come off. So there's two little holes in the back right there. And so this piece actually is both wings attach on to this little middle piece, and then it actually came with this piece separate too. So both wings attach on, and then this little piece here slides on, clips onto the back as well. And then the two wings attach. So there is no movement of the wings or articulation or anything. It's just one solid piece attached to this. So technically, if you wanted, you could take this off and just attach this little backpack piece here. So if you wanted to play with him, with the wings like not appearing because they pop up out of this backpack thing here, then you could do that, which is great. I like the flexibility, and it's easy enough to just pop these in. I don't know if over time these will just loosen up because they just sort of just peg into these holes. It doesn't like click in or anything. They just sort of sit in there. So I bet the more you do it, the more it's going to loosen up. And then you're probably going to run into some challenges with these wings falling off. And that's what would frustrate me. So it's hard to say. As of now, I think it works and it's totally fine. They're not falling off. And that's great. I love that. But I'm a little skeptical of how well it's going to hold up. So we'll have to wait and see. So if you have one of these figures and if you've been playing with it for a while, let me know. I'm a little scared of the... how loose those potentially might get. But for now, at least, it's still pretty good. So articulation-wise, it's going to be very standard again. So the head, moves up and down and around. The arms, obviously, there's going to be some hindrance when you have the wings, but it does rotate all the way around and moves up a little bit. Not too much because of these little pads right there. This piece does rotate, this arm. You do have double joint right there at the elbow, and then the hand piece does rotate and move in and out. Then you do have this upper body piece. This whole top part rotates. The legs, pretty standard movement. Can't go back that much because of the butt right there, but this rotates. Double joint right there. And then you just have the feet that move. This boot part doesn't rotate or anything, but they move up and down and twist and standard stuff there. And then he comes with his blaster right here. So very basic, no paint or anything, but there it is right there. So he can just hold it. And it just slides right in There. Just like that. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. I definitely do like this figure. So if you are a fan of the Winter Soldier and or Falcon, I definitely recommend getting this set. I think they have some really cool designs. I love the whole arm from Wakanda for Winter Soldier. It's a nice touch. And this whole Falcon design with the wings, I think looks really cool. So I personally would definitely recommend getting this. Just make sure that these are in nice and tight. So if you're able to find the set, go for it. I definitely think it's worth looking at. So yeah, that is the Winter Soldier and Falcon from Avengers Infinity War. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of these figures. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. I have more Avengers Marvel Legends reviews on the way, and some Captain Marvel ones and other Spider-Man ones and more. So I'm very excited about all of that. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.